What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. Today I'm going to be going over the Ready to Race DLC pack that came out just about a day ago. I'm going to be going through all 10 brand new cars in this pack, so let's get it started. First of all, we have the Audi R18 e-tron Quattro 2014. This is one of those LMP cars, which personally I'm not the biggest fan of. When it comes to race cars that aren't GT3 cars, and not race cars that are based on production cars. I like race cars based on production cars. That's just my sort of thing. But when it comes to other cars like Formula 1, LMP, these are the sort of cars that I like. However, the Audi R18 doesn't interest me that much because I've driven it in a lot of different games. Drive Club. I'm pretty sure it's in Gran Turismo. Not this version, but the R18's been in a lot of games, different versions. So personally, for me, this isn't the most interesting car in the pack. Next up, we have the Audi R8 LMS 2016. This is a pretty cool car to have in this pack, or in this game in general, I guess. We already have the original Audi, the original Audi R18 LMS, the older version. However, this is the 2016 version, obviously with the updated version of the Audi R8, with the new lights, the slightly different bumper and everything. I really do like this version of the Audi R8. It's really grown on me. I wasn't so sure at first, but it has really grown on me now. So it's nice to have the actual proper, I believe this is a GT3 car. It's nice to have this version, this GT3 version, in Assetto Corsa now. Now we have both, so that's good. Next up, we have the Audi TT Cup 2016. This is a pretty interesting car. Based on the 2016 Audi TT, it's an Audi TT race car, and it's actually really nice. I do quite like this car. It doesn't drive amazing, I will be honest. There's another car after this that I'll get to that actually drives better than this, which I was surprised about. But yeah, altogether it's a cool car. I quite like the Audi TT. I think it's a nice car. It's just all round a good car. So yeah, it's nice to have this in the game. Yeah, we don't have any Audi TTs in the game, so having this is very good. Next up, we have another Audi TT, the Audi TT RS VLN, and this is another Audi TT race car. This time though, it's an older version. It's the version of the Audi TT before the one that you just saw. This one actually has a bit more power and is about 5 kilograms lighter or something. Has a decent amount more power though, and it's actually nicer to drive. This is the older car of the two, but I actually prefer driving this car than I did the 2016 Cup car. So yeah, a bit interesting how I prefer this one, but yeah, really nice car, fun to drive around. Yeah, this was my favourite of the two Audi TTs. Definitely, maybe not on looks, but driving it was. We get away from the Audis now with the Lotus 311. Now you may remember, I think it was in the last DLC pack, or maybe it was the Hot Wheels pack, I can't really remember. We got the Lotus 311, I can't remember which pack it was, but we got the Lotus 311 in Forza Horizon 3 a little while ago, and I said it was a pretty cool car, and it's a car that I actually never really heard of before. I'd heard of the 211, hadn't heard of the 311, and once again, it's here in Assetto Corsa now, and it's alright. It actually didn't drive quite how I expected it to. You expect the Lotus to be quite nippy around the corners, quite, nimble. This didn't actually feel like that, which was a bit weird, but yeah, still a pretty cool car nevertheless. Next up is the Maserati MC12 GT1. Now this is a pretty cool car. I don't think I've driven this in any other game. Not that I can think of anyway. It might be in some other games, I just don't think I've driven it. And it's a very nice car. It's not a road car, is it? I don't think it's a road car. Looking at it, pretty sure it's not a road car. The interior looks more like a race car, but yeah, it is a very nice car. Not too much to say about it really. It's just quick. It's a quick car. It's maybe not the best on the brakes actually, but yeah, still very nice car. Next up is the McLaren 570S. Now this car's weird. You probably see there that the car's red, and then when it gets close to the camera, it's like an orange color. When I picked the color for this car, I picked the orange color, but for some reason in the replays it's red, and then when it gets close to the car, close to the camera, sorry, it goes orange, like you'll see right about now. That is strange. I'm guessing that's a bug, because I don't think that's the paint of the car. I think that's just a bug. But yeah, anyway, McLaren 570S, really cool. It's nice to have this in the game. A cool car that I've been waiting to drive for a while. And yeah, it's all round a pretty cool car. I mean, it's another road McLaren. What do you have to say? And talking about McLarens again, we have the McLaren P1 GTR, which is a race car by McLaren that's been in a few games now. I believe it was in Drive Club. I think it's in a couple of other games. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember it coming in as DLC for a couple of games, and yeah, really cool car. I mean, because we've had it in a few other games now, the kind of amazing factor of, well, this car's amazing, has kind of worn off a bit, but it's nice to have it in Assetto Corsa, definitely. We don't have too many McLarens, so yeah, nice to have the P1 GTR in the game, because it definitely is a good one. Next up, we have the Toyota Celica ST185 Turbo, which is a very interesting car to add into this game. Yeah, it's a rally car, really, isn't it? The Toyota Celica, this version anyway, is a rally car. And having a rally car in a purely track racing game is very interesting. I mean, you can hear just by the sound of the car, it sounds like a rally car. It is a rally car. It's not meant to be driving around a circuit. I mean, it does fine driving around a circuit, but why it's in the game, I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's nice to drive. It's nice to have a Celica in the game, an old Celica. Bit weird why it's in the pack though, but whatever. And then the final car in the pack is the Toyota TS 040 Hybrid. Another LMP type car. And this is my favourite of the two because it's a bit quicker. The gear changes are ridiculous. You're changing it, it's just crazy. And they're actually a really fun car to drive. Once again though, these LMP cars aren't really my type of thing. I think it's mainly because they all look very similar. The thing that I like about road cars and like GT3 cars is that they all have a different personality. They all look and feel different. Whereas these sort of cars, they look and feel fairly similar. So personally not really my cup of tea, however it's still a fun little car to mess around with. So that is it for the Assetto Corsa Ready to Race DLC. A DLC that came out of nowhere for me. I didn't know this was coming out, so nice to see it arrive. I believe it's been out on PC for about 3 months or something now, 3 or 4 months. But it is here on PS4 now, so that is good. My highlights of the pack, probably the 2 Audi TTs. It's nice to have those in the game. The Audi R8 is pretty cool as well, the newer version. The McLaren 570S is nice. The Toyota Celica is an interesting choice. Really, I think this is a pretty decent pack actually. I think this is one of the better, if not the best car pack we've had for Assetto Corsa. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.